Hello, guys. I'm here today again, story time with Jamila and Mabel. I miss you all so much. So much. I hope that you are enjoying your time. Today I was able to get outside for a really long walk, kind of like our Friday in the forest, which helped me a lot. The trails at school are still open, so you can use them and go for a walk if you would like to. So for today's story time read aloud, I am reading the book Wemberly Worried. I brought home this book because I know that sometimes we worry, and especially in a time like this when we don't really know what's going on. Even grown-ups don't really know what's going on, and there's a lot of things that we don't know right now, and it's okay to worry. So we are going to, even grown-ups are worrying, and that's okay. So we're going to read this book, Wemberly Worried, about my friend Wemberly, and we're going to see what kind of makes her feel better at the end. So let's find out. Wemberly Worried by Kevin Hanks. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things. She's checking in on her parents in this picture, and she's asking, I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things, and things in between. She's in the bathtub, and she's asking her mom, Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? Right there. I remember worrying about that when I was a kid. We had these big trees in our backyard, and I remember worrying, what if something were to happen and they were to fall in the house? So I can relate to our friend Wemberly here. And the crack in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. What if there's a snake inside? Oh, they fell. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slides and the bars on the jungle gym. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie. Petal's lost forever. I found her, sweetie. I will wait for you, Petal. Sounds to me like her doll, Petal, helps her feel a little bit better when she's worried, but also when she can't find Petal, Petal makes her worried. Petal sounds very special to her. Do you have something like that at home that makes you feel special? A special toy or a special doll that helps you feel better? Like Mabel and Jamila sometimes help us make us feel better? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. So this is Wemberly right here. And that little doll right there, that's her Petal doll. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today too. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. "See," said her father, "there was nothing to worry about." But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. So first she was worried that there wouldn't be any other butterflies. And now she's worried that she's the only butterfly. "You worry too much," said her mother. "When you worry, I worry," said her father. "Worry, worry, worry," said her grandmother. "Too much worry." Soon, Wemberly had a new worry: school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. Do you guys remember when you were starting kindergarten and you were worried? I was worried too. See, it's not just kids or Wemberly that worries. We all worry, and that's okay. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll to school? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Look at all those little worries. Poor Wemberly. "Don't worry," said her mother. "Don't worry," said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. Look at her face. Doesn't she look scared and worried? While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, "Wemberly, there was someone I think you should meet." Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. So there's Wemberly worried with her doll. And see if you can find the new friend her teacher was telling her about. Let's see, can we find her? Right there, that's right. Stripes and holding a doll. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. "Hi, Petal." "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Jewel. See, they both have their dolls to help them when they're worried. One rubs the ears and one rubs the nose when they're worried. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. So Wemberly was so worried about school. And when she got to school, she made a new friend, someone that kind of had the same worries she did. Do you think that made her feel a little better? What makes you think that? "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out of the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't you worry." Now look at Wemberly. Does it look like she's having fun? She looks like she's having fun to me. That was Wemberly Worried. And I found a lot in this book that I can connect to and I can relate to. And I wonder if you can too. And you know what? It's okay to be a little worried and even to be a little scared when we don't know what's going on. But I want to encourage you and remind you to be brave, that you are strong, that you are brave, and we can do this. We'll do this together. And hopefully I will see you soon. Bye guys, have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Monday for another story time.